Hey guys, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I hope you enjoyed this interview. All right, welcome back to the program. My guest is joining me right now. He is Professor Martins Emeje. He's the Director General and Chief Executive Officer at the Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency, NNMDA. So many agencies in Nigeria. Prof, good to see you. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the program.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Yes, there are many agencies, but there's none like ours.
There's none like. So what's
You
making
can
you?
see you are struggling to coordinate NNMDA.
NNMDA.
Call us NAMDA, call us
NAMDA.
NNMDA, call us natural medicine.
Okay, natural. I think let me just go with natural medicine before I bite my tongue. You know, but why is your agency different from others?
Yes, we are different and peculiar because, and I think it's divine that we are in the time of renewed hope because this is is speaking to renewal of hope. The agency itself, even though it's been in existence for more than 25, yes, it's about 27 years old now, you know, but, you know, it has to do with culture. And the problem with Africans is, and especially Nigeria, where we come from, is that we tend to have buried our culture with colonialism. So that we had our forebears, you know, people before us who were intelligent, smart enough to establish an agency to ensure that we preserve, we conserve, and exploit our natural resources, which is linked to our culture, is something that is unbeatable. And that's why we are different.
That's why you're different.
Yes.
Now, is there a difference? Is natural medicine same as alternative medicine? And let me also land on the question because I've read different papers, different research papers on natural medicine.
Yes.
Is it the same as alternative medicine as well as herbal medicine?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the answer is no. And
no, with which one? Alternative and herbal?
It's not alternative.
Okay, is it herbal?
It is herbal.
Okay.
It is indigenous.
Okay.
It is nutraceutical. It is phytomedicine.
Okay.
It is herbs.
Phyto
it
because
is plants.
it's from plants.
Yes, it is plants.
Okay.
Okay. It is aromatic. It is spices.
Okay.
It is food.
Okay.
Okay, but it is not alternative. Why am I saying it's not alternative? Because what is an alternative? You know, an alternative is something that you take when what you are supposed to take is not available. So, I mean, I used to tell Ajia that please don't call our traditional medicine alternative. Why? Because what majority of our people have access to is the natural medicine. So the alternative is the allopathic, is the imported medicine. We can't be alternative to imported medicine. We are not alternative. Imported medicine is alternative to our natural medicine.
Why did you say so, Prof? Because if someone has malaria, for example,
yes.
Okay, you talk about rural areas, and I spoke about rural areas in my intro.
Yes, I was very glad to hear that.
Thank you, Prof. You know, okay, let me say about the urban centers before I go to rural areas. For the urban centers, you have malaria. First thing you just think about going to get an anti-malaria that contains two ingredients, the artemether and the other one I've forgotten. Yes, artemisinin combination. But in the rural areas, at least with the little knowledge that I have, they'll say, go to the backyard, get dogon leaf, get soso leaf, boil it, drink it, steam for a few days, and I have actually done that too. Let me not also say that.
Most of us do.
Did you understand? Because my mom would be like, okay, you're treating this. I had a bout of malaria some weeks ago. I've been treating. They say the malaria we have now in Nigeria is a bit resistant. I took all the now alternative drugs that you're talking about, and I did not get better. And my mom was like, what is happening now? What is happening now? Okay. She had to get some herbal,
herbs. And what happened?
I drank and I felt a bit better. When I steamed, I felt even the relief, you know, left me. So I'm just saying, but are there statistics? Is there are there studies to support this? Because some of the issues will be around herbal medicines do not really have doses, as it were. You know what I'm talking about, Prof. You know that
Yes.
you know that okay, the dogoyaro leaf, for example, what are the ingredients in the dogoyaro leaf that are perhaps even giving one relief,
Okay.
and how, in what percentage should I take it, and all of that.
Okay, so I'm glad you are even a testimonial, and I'm
No,
extremely happy
I'm just using mine as an
about that.
example.
Yeah, and the truth is, I commend your courage, because many educated people will not speak out this way, and that is one of the problems that we have. So they badmouth natural medicine. When you talk, they begin to tell you, no, it is a babalao on the road, and I tell them, because I'm a pharmacist, Western trained pharmacist, a professor of pharmacy, so I can tell you the two sides very well, But to tell you why I said it's alternative, you see, in our villages, in our rural communities, and I'm a typical example. I'm from a rural area called Agadiga, no hospital.
Yeah, in Kogi State.
Yes, in Kogi State, no hospital.
Up till now, no hospital.
Yes.
The governor, you should do better.
Yes, no hospital. So it's because we are peaceful people. Places where people are not peaceful, they give them amenities. In my village, we are very, very peaceful people. That's why they are not giving us things. Hopefully, they will start giving us soon anyway. But the point I'm making is, now in that village, for example, when people are, and this is, it's not peculiar to my village, it's a lot of, I'm talking of over 100 million Nigerians. What they have access to are these herbs, right? So it is those that have the opportunity to go to urban areas, our cities, Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Enugu. Those are the people like you, people like me, who are here. We are the ones that when you have malaria, you go to the hospital to see, because you will see a medical doctor. If you go to Okpo, which is about 20 kilometers from my village, if you go to Ankpa, these are headquarters of local governments, which is about 20-25 kilometers from my village. That's where you might see one medical doctor, one medical doctor, and probably not see a pharmacist. In fact, the pharmacist I know is in Ankpa General Hospital. He's my classmate, and his family is in Lokoja. To tell you how all of this is panning out. So now the people, therefore, in the village are taking these herbs, which is the way our culture is, which is what our people were doing thousands of years before colonialism came. In fact, records show that about 3,500 BC, that the use of medicinal plants for healing was already in vogue. And that's what our people did before we went into Western medicine. That is the imported drugs that we have today. Now, because it is not affordable to the people in the rural communities. Anyway, now I think it's even also not very affordable to the people
The
in
cost
town.
of
In town now.
medicines
So
now are
because
more.
I know how many educated people, professionals and none alike, who are on my neck, that I should give them products from our agency. Okay, so the truth is, getting herbal medicines is the way to go. If you look at the entire, or even developed countries, if you look at what they are doing now, they say we are all returning to nature. The statistics, I mean, you are in this area, you see that the United States of America and UK, top countries that consumed herbal medicines in 2023. The top in the world.
Yes, I
the
saw that.
top the countries that consume herbal medicines. That is the people we are copying, that we are throwing away our own culture. That is now what they are doing in those places is that they are already situating lands, farms, where they cultivate these medicinal plants and aromatic plants, so that they will stop importing from especially Asia, because
China
and Asia top are the top exporters of medicinal plants. But why is that so? It is because we are not developing our own.
So,
And see, so that even if I don't have time, I would have said this. I think the president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, just did my work for me before coming here this morning. I was extremely happy.
But how?
Because of the statement he made yesterday in Malabo, where he said Africans, that he was encouraging African heads of states that they should have deliberate and strategic support for research and development.
Okay, I was coming to that.
And that because that the solution to our problem
Lies
at home.
Yeah.
In fact, if he can just be saying that once every month, and I'm serious here, without even giving me money, you know the effect of that is that a lot of our private sector who think that government that set up an agency like this is not really interested in it, they will begin to say, oh, if the president of the country is talking like this, we need to invest in that area.
In that sector. So that brings me to the question around standardization and certification of natural medicine produced here.
Yes.
Then how do we also ensure the safety and efficacy of natural medicines before they are introduced into the market? I also know the market potential of herbal medicines globally in billions of dollars.
Let me try to address all of these, together with the issue of dogoyaro and the dose you were talking earlier. You see, in 2024, we are no longer talking about dose. Please, see, when people tell you that herbal medicines don't have dose, it is because they don't know. Or people who know and they say it, they are deliberately being mischievous. And you know the mischief, there are a lot of things that drive people for this mischief. Let me give you a typical example. And this, I'm talking of very powerful people, including powerful companies. You see, because the way the world is running right now, for our area, I think a lot of us have become very lazy, brain lazy, that we don't want to work again. People just want to do buying and selling. So importation of finished products, importation of things to come and sell gives quick profit. So people prefer that than to work, So we are a vulnerable nation when we allow that to continue to happen. Otherwise, nobody is talking about those again. We are talking of herbal medicine, where today we are applying nanotechnology in herbal medicine, the way we apply nanotechnology in synthetic medicine, and somebody is talking about doses. No. Herbal medicine, the way we apply science and technology to getting our synthetic products is the way we also apply science and technology to get appropriate doses, dosage forms and doses. So the way you see injections, the way you see syrups in bottles, the way you see powders that you can put in cup and add water and drink, effervescent and all of that, the way you get tablets, those white tablets that you are seeing in hospital, in the pharmacies, all of those dosage forms.
It's also done.
Yes, we also do
medicine.
it at in the natural medicine sector. In March this year, Chief Uchenaji, the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, launched four oral solid dosage forms in Lagos at our agency for treatment of 4 different diseases.
What diseases are those?
Malaria, diabetes, upper respiratory tract infection, and anti-aging product. And they are all solid.
Anti-aging, so I won't get old. I will be interested in that.
If you
when you said anti-aging.
If you know how many people are on queue. Right now, my minister is trying to put something together so that an industry and a company can take it to the market.
Now, that brings me to the issue of commercialization, and I see that our time is fast spent.
That's the problem.
No, Prof, I will bring you back. Okay. This is like an introductory, because, I wanted us also to look at the potential, market potential, especially of herbal or natural medicine. And you know why I'm doing this show today? In my own little research, I've seen, because of the cost, the inflation, I talked about inflation before you came in. Inflation has actually pushed many Nigerians cannot afford the cost of medicines, synthetic medicines any longer. So you are seeing a lot more people, for example, diabetic drugs
can't
now
afford.
are over 300%.
Yes.
Hypertension drugs are over 300-400%.
Yes.
People can't afford normal drugs. So you're seeing people now move gradually to herbal medicine. And that is why I'm doing the show today in terms of the standardization, the efficacy, the security of it, as well as the safety and the commercialization of it. Now, for what I have now talked about in terms of demand for synthetic products is actually, it's still high, but people cannot afford it anymore. How do you think that the natural medicine sector can key in into this right now?
Okay, see, the truth is, even without the inflation, what most people can afford is this natural medicine. The problem is that the elites have colonized the country. So the voices of the poor is not being heard. That's why it looks as if people, natural medicine is not good, it's not standardized, there's no dose, because the people who come on television are the elites. The people who talk and people hear, the people who go to conferences, who go to Transcorp, go to Sheraton to do conferences and write reports, the people that international organizations we engage as consultants to be writing reports, all those, these are the educated people who go to hospitals, who go. But most of our people, and studies have shown that at least 80% of our people around the world, not just Nigeria, is traditional or natural medicine that is their preferred means of livelihood. Because, you see, and look at 80% of 200 million. 160 million people. So, but 40 million vocal people can actually make it look like the 160 million people are not existing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you go to, and what I usually tell people, and journalists especially, because you are very key in our work in natural medicine, because this is like reorientation. This is like telling people that you need to look back to where we have been
to be able to go forward,
in order to go properly forward. Okay? Now, I say, look, let all of us who are speaking English, who are speaking grammar, let everybody go to his or her village. Take the picture of the hospital in your village. Let the doctor, the pharmacist, the nurse, the medical officer, the health of care practitioners in that hospital, let them stay there. Take their picture. Come and show us. Let's know how many people have health personnel in how many people even have hospitals.
So what are those people doing then if they don't have access to medical facilities, as it were? That's your argument.
Natural medicine.
So that means there must be something that they're doing to heal themselves.
And that's natural medicine that they use. So our job is, you see, in terms of standardization, it's no longer an issue. It's no longer, in fact, as I'm talking to you now, the USP promoting quality of medicine, the vice president of PQM in the world is a Nigerian, Jude Nwokike. They are currently in my compound in Lagos. Training my people on quality of herbal medicines. How to assure quality of herbal medicines, and that will result in certification. So all the ISO certifications, whether it is the 17025, whether it is the 9001, whether it is the 22000 for the food safety management system, all of them, we are geared towards it. We are getting them. We already have one, and we are going to get them. So standardization is not an issue. We have passed that. What we need now is to decolonize the brain of Nigerians.
Yes. Prof, I think we'll need
have a role to play
Prof, I think we'll need to do this show again. We'll plan on it, because a lot of people are sending messages. People are saying, oh, I should ask you cures for ulcer, cures for different things. But I promise our people I'll bring Prof back, because I know we can't answer that question now. We've got to.
Because I have the answer, so.
Prof, you will come back.
Okay. I have the answer. So if you go to my compound, see, at NNMDA in Victoria Island, Kofa Bayomi, right, as I'm talking to you now, my researchers, they sleep in the lab. Nobody is giving them any extra salary. I'm saying it very clearly now. Go there 12 a.m., 12 midnight, 1 a.m., you will see, because on their own, there's roster, and people sleep in the lab. Because this is our passion, this is our calling.
Prof, I'll bring you back. Just hold it. We'll talk again some other time. We have to go. The news is up next, so I'll bring you back again. I've been speaking with Professor Martin Emeje, who is the Director General and Chief Executive Officer at the Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency. I promise our viewers will try and bring Prof back with his own, if he agrees. I see that Prof is not happy. But Prof, we've got to go. Be the best you can be and be the change that you want to see. I am Nancy Nadia. I'll see you all again next week. Bye now. Thank you for watching. In case this is your first time watching us, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop your comments as well as like, and most of all, share our content.